Typically, parties enter into contracts looking out for their own best interests. But parties with certain pre-existing relationships must also protect the other's interests. Kase v. French explains confidential relationships and the duty to avoid undue influence. Kenneth and Betty French met and befriended Olivia McWilliams, an elderly woman who lived alone in a large house needing repair. The Frenches soon began visiting McWilliams every day and helping with chores. After knowing her for 1 month, the Frenches told McWilliams they would take care of her for the rest of her life. Eventually, the Frenches advised McWilliams to move into a house that required less maintenance. But instead, McWilliams suggested the Frenches should buy her house and make an apartment in it where she could stay. The property appraised for $35,000, but the Frenches agreed to pay her $40,000 over 20 years. The Frenches knew the current interest rate in the area was 6 to 8%, but they didn't inform McWilliams of that when she suggested a 1% interest rate. The Frenches also agreed to let McWilliams live in the house for free for 2 years. McWilliams then discussed the proposed terms with her attorney. He advised her that she could sell the house for much more to other interested buyers and that the interest rate was too low. McWilliams rejected this advice, and her attorney drafted the contract according to the original proposed terms. McWilliams then sold the house to the Frenches and lived there rent-free. When McWilliams died, the executor of her estate, Dwayne Kase, sued the Frenches, seeking to void the contract because of undue influence. The trial court found for the Frenches, and Kase appealed to the South Dakota Supreme Court.